What's going on, YouTube? Technically Gaming here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be discussing a partnership that we didn't know we needed but will greatly benefit from. I think both parties involved will benefit from, to be honest. And these are mega giant companies. So for me to say that they're both benefit, it's got to be something, something major, right? And that partnership that I'm speaking on is between Nintendo and Apple. And I know what you're thinking, like, these companies have nothing to do with each other, and that's absolutely correct. But the partnership that I would like to see from them is, everybody's been hollering about a Switch 2. Everybody wants it. Everybody is trying to figure out the right path that, Nintendo could do to get to that point, whether there be a Switch Pro or Switch Revision. I don't think they're going to do either one of those. I don't think it's going to be a Switch Pro or a Switch Revision. I think it's going to be a Switch 2. Because I don't see them abandoning this format of like the hybrid console. I think it's working. I think it's what makes them competitive in comparison to, Sony and Xbox with the home consoles. Because I don't think they can match that level of power yet. And I don't honestly think that Nintendo is trying to. I think they found their little niche, market where they got their RPGs, they got their first-party exclusives, and they're killing it. I mean, have you seen, Pokemon like 1 week sales? It's crazy. And also you got, games that just don't die, like Mario Kart 8, which we probably never see a Mario Kart 9 because of that. But anyways, moving forward, I don't think they need to compete in the at-home market. But as far as the portable market, you got devices out there now that are like really putting up a fight. They're not direct competitors, but just to see the level of power that they could put up, like as far as the Steam Deck. I've been playing a lot of the Steam Deck, and I have games that's on the Steam Deck, and I have them on the Switch as well, and I won't even touch my Switch because of that. So that being said, I think I've came up with a solution on how maybe they could fix that issue. And that's going to be partnering with Apple. If you don't know, Apple makes their own silicon. Apple Silicon, they have the A-line chips, which goes in their mobile phones, which are really powerful. They're usually better than most Android phones, which, if you don't know, I believe the Switch is running off of some version of an Android chip. It's what is the name of the chip that's in there? The Tegra, I believe that's what it is. But anyways, nonetheless, it's an old, probably like now at this point, probably 8-9-year-old chip. And it's just not powerful anymore. And I think if you're gonna do a Switch 2, I wouldn't say Pro, but a Switch 2, a new revision of that, I think if maybe they partner with Apple and maybe got some of these older, I'm not going to say Apple has to give them their newest tech or work a deal with the newest tech, because for one, that'd be really expensive, and two, it wouldn't be that beneficial for, Apple, I don't think, because what profit margin would they be able to make if they're selling Nintendo chips at a mass volume like that? But anyways, what I would suggest is maybe getting an older chip, a chip that's a few years old from Apple, because those chips alone are more powerful than most chips that are in portable devices. Like the M1, I know now the M1 laptops they're starting to get games on them, like Resident Evil Village. If you could play Resident Evil Village off of the same chip that's running in the iPad with no cooling system, that's absurd. And I feel like if you get maybe the M1 chip from Apple, we're talking maybe a year or two down the line, that chip will be about 4 years old, but it'll probably still be way more powerful than anything they could find on the market to put in their next device. That'd be insane. And I know you're probably thinking, like, well, that seems like a lot for Apple, for Nintendo to benefit. What would Apple, come out on top with? And in my opinion, I think Apple could, I don't know if you know this, but Apple has their own, gaming side of things. I'm not saying they're trying to be like a competitor to Nintendo, but for mobile gaming, they have Apple Arcade, which it's a paid service. And I think the benefit of partnering with Nintendo is maybe you can get some first-party Nintendo games exclusively, not full, Nintendo experiences, but mobile games. Like Nintendo likes to make like little small mobile games. Maybe if you get a deal going with them where you throw it directly into, and throw it directly in the Apple Arcade exclusively, like where Android can't get it. That'll probably incentivize Nintendo to actually, well, Apple to actually work with Nintendo. You get them like a Mario game, then you let them come up with the idea and you develop it for them for their service. That'd be major for them because that'll potentially bring in more subscribers to Apple Arcade, and that's kind of what Apple wants to do. They want to boost that up as much as they can. So I think that'll be the benefit. Now, if you're looking at the screen right now, I actually have a graphic up of like the power difference of M1 and the power consumption of M1 versus let's say the latest the latest competitor chip, non Apple Silicon, and it's way more powerful, and it draws way less power. And like I said, these iPads, like right now I'm actually recording this on my iPad, they draw way less power, and like it has no internal cooling and it never overheats. So couple that with Nintendo's hardware, which the games aren't really, the software isn't that really demanding, and the hardware actually has, it actually has its cooling system inside of it as well. Like it has a heat sink, it has a fan, so you can keep it cool at all times. I think it'll be a wonderful thing. Now, if you're looking at the screen, you can see the cheapest M1 device is the iPad Air for $599. Now, this cost wouldn't be reflected for Nintendo because Apple's build quality holds its own standards. It's a lot of aluminum, glass, and very high quality build. Now, Nintendo, I'm not discrediting what they do. The Switch is a beautifully built system, but it's just plastic, and I think you could probably, I'll put the prices of what the current devices are, and I would say if you're going to a next gen system, it'll be justifiable to maybe charge a little bit more, maybe like $50 more. They charge the extra $50 for, the OLED model, and that was just a screen upgrade essentially with a little bit of storage boost. So if you gave somebody that type of performance that could compete with third party as far as like Xbox and PlayStation goes, I think mostly everybody, especially Nintendo fans, will be on board to pay that extra $50. We're going into the next generation. This is like a couple years out, 2024, maybe 2025, when this is gonna actually happen. So for a $400 device, that puts you in line with like the Steam Deck, which is a really powerful handheld device, and the entry level of that is $400 for a 64 gig. So you do a 64 gig Switch with that level of power, I'd be willing to pay that any day of the week. And that's just my quick thoughts on how the Switch 2 can be more competitive, and essentially this could be a marriage that works out for both Apple and Nintendo. Drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. This is just my personal opinion. This is something that I would love to see, just because I love Apple and I love Nintendo, and I feel like the two should just go ahead and do a collab. And like I said, the way that I would incentivize this for Apple, you want Apple Arcade to succeed, let me put some first-party Nintendo Switch games in there. Not flagship Switch games, but you could use our IPs to develop your mobile games, and we'll just go from there. But anyways, thank you guys. This is Tech-nically Gaming, and this is really a tech involved video this time around. But like I said, drop a comment, let me know what you guys think, and please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.